Welcome back to SportsRender, where we follow the world's most spectacular stadium projects, from the first foundations to their grand opening. Today, we'll take a look at the latest construction progress at Spotify Camp Nou, where work is accelerating on multiple fronts, from the enormous compression ring to the exterior facade and the iconic entrance structures. Let's begin with what has become the heart of the entire project. The most significant progress continues to be made on the compression ring, the massive steel structure that will eventually support the stadium's new roof. During the latest construction update, workers successfully installed 2 new steel segments, extending the ring even further around the stadium. Each radial beam is connected by 4 individual steel sections, and in this area, only one final piece remains before the connection is complete. Even more importantly, the supports for the next radial beam are already in place, meaning construction can continue almost immediately without delays. At the current pace, the compression ring is rapidly approaching the middle of the south stand. If everything continues according to schedule, this enormous structural element could be fully completed by the end of August, representing one of the biggest milestones since reconstruction began. Watching these installations demonstrates just how complex modern stadium construction really is. Each steel segment is lifted hundreds of feet into the air by a tower crane, while workers carefully guide it using ropes. The crane operator and the installation crew communicate continuously through radio systems, adjusting every movement by just a few centimeters at a time. The final connection requires incredible precision. The steel piece must fit perfectly into position, leaving virtually no margin for error. It is one of those operations that lasts only minutes, but requires weeks of planning. While the roof structure advances above, work on the exterior facade continues below. Additional facade slats have now been installed in the south stand, closing another visible section of the stadium. Only a small opening remains around a temporary hydraulic support system that is still needed during construction. Meanwhile, several new facade panels are already waiting on site, suggesting that installation will continue very soon. With every new section completed, the future appearance of Camp Nou becomes easier to imagine. Another area making excellent progress is the stadium's mobility cores. These large vertical structures will eventually contain elevators, staircases, and circulation routes for thousands of spectators. Their steel framework is now almost complete, including the diagonal support beams. The next major step will be installing the anchoring systems that will hold the exterior facade elements. This means these structures are getting closer to receiving their final architectural finish. Outside the stadium, work is intensifying on the impressive entrance structures known as the diamonds. Since the football season ended, construction activity has increased dramatically. One diamond already has its main concrete columns completed, while another is currently being surrounded by formwork for new walls. Nearby, hydraulic hammers continue removing excess concrete and preparing foundations for the next construction stages. Large teams of workers can now be seen operating simultaneously across these areas, showing that this part of the project is moving into a much more active phase. The north stand is also seeing continuous development. The compression ring keeps expanding here as well, although the structural design changes slightly compared to previous sections. From this point onward, the radial beams follow a different configuration, highlighting the complexity of the engineering behind the new stadium. New storage areas for steel components have also been established nearby, allowing construction crews to maintain their rapid installation pace. Inside the project, workers continue preparing the mobility cores with sandwich panels and finishing structural elements. Steel brackets are being painted and treated before additional components are installed. Another important arrival is a new escalator, joining another unit delivered just a week earlier. These escalators will eventually become part of the sophisticated circulation system designed to move tens of thousands of fans quickly and efficiently throughout the stadium. One of the latest developments is the beginning of work on the support system for the facade slats in the main stand. Although these components may not look spectacular on their own, they are essential for the stadium's final appearance. The process follows several stages. First, connection brackets are installed. Then, support structures are added. Next come the anchoring systems. Everything is carefully aligned. And finally, the exterior slats are mounted. Only after completing all these steps will the stadium begin to reveal the iconic exterior that fans have been waiting to see. With every passing week, Spotify Camp Nou is becoming less of a construction site and more of the world-class stadium Barcelona supporters have dreamed about. The compression ring is growing. The facade is expanding. The entrance structures are rising, and the interior infrastructure is steadily taking shape. The transformation is happening faster than ever, and some of the biggest milestones are still to come. If you enjoy following the world's greatest stadium projects, subscribe to SportsRender, leave a like, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next Camp Nou construction update. Thanks for watching.